And welcome to Memorial Stadium in Lincoln, Nebraska. The 1997 Nebraska State High School football playoffs are underway, and we have a terrific match for you in Class D2. Along with Adrian Fiala, I'm Bill Dolman. Tonight it's the Dodge Pirates, 12-0, winners of the last 3 titles in Class D1, taking on unbeaten, 12-0, the Wildcats of North Loup-Scotia. They're also a former champion in Class Division or D1 in Nebraska. And now the two meet in Class D2. Adrian, really this is a terrific football game that we've got coming up. We've got two teams that have played very solid defense throughout the 1997 campaign.
Absolutely, Bill. Very, very solid defense. North Loup-Scotia, as far as their defense goes, they've given up just 54 points on the year. They've had 5 shutouts on the year. 2 games they gave up just 6 points, and they've given up an average of 11 points per game. And I want to tell you what, they play some great football, some great defense. Dodge, on the other hand, 4 shutouts, 3 games, they gave up just 6 points, and 1 game gave up just 8 points. So we might see a defensive battle. You don't expect it at this level. A lot of high scores usually come up with respect to 6-man and 8-man, but we may see that here tonight. We may see a very competitive battle on the defensive side after the game we saw this afternoon, where Benedict put it on Alba this afternoon, 65-16. But about ready to get this ball game underway as the two teams here to take the field. And what a great feeling it must be for a high school youngster, Bill, to come out, play in Memorial Stadium, kind of get hold of the tradition and the feel of all the things that go on here in this ballpark, even though the crowd is a little bit smaller. But hey, to them it's a sellout crowd.
You're right. This is a dream come true for a lot of players. All these guys out here on the field and all the players who are playing in the 1997 State High School Football Championships. This is the 2nd year that they've held the event here at Memorial Stadium in Lincoln, and it has already become one of the caveats for any team when they take to football camp come August. They want to make it to Memorial Stadium to play for a state championship. And in Class D2, it's Dodge and North Loup-Scotia. I thought it was interesting coming into the game today. North Loup-Scotia head coach Rodney Edson said his team had to battle through the playoffs to get here, and they beat Shickley 52-12 and then beat Hayes Center 46-14. He said those close games have prepared us for this matchup with Dodge.
Wow, I wonder what a blowout gets to be as far as Coach Edson goes. And then Coach Gordon Pillmore from Dodge said that he's concerned about his team being able to come through with another very emotional football game. They played 2 very emotional games to get here. They beat Falls City Sacred Heart 28-8 and then beat Butte 46-30. And in his words, we hope that we can pull out one more game, a 3rd game, a very emotional game we need tonight to beat North Loup-Scotia. So again, a lot of little things adding up to a lot of big things with respect to this game here tonight. And we're about ready to get it underway as the referee now has handed the ball over, and North Loup-Scotia will kick it off here very shortly.
Steve Krewald has it teed up at the 30-yard line. North Loup-Scotia is the home team on the scoreboard. They are in the all-black shirts and pants and white helmets, and the Dodge Pirates are the visiting team. They've got the white jerseys, blue pants, and the white helmets, and we're underway in Class D2, and this will go through the end zone for the touchback. And Dodge will set up 1st down and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
Good boot by Krewald right through right between the receivers on into the end zone. Eliminates that return. Very important part of a football game, often overlooked by a lot of folks, is that kickoff. On any kickoff, you want to try to get it out of the end zone and eliminate a return and a potential score.
The quarterback for the Pirates of Dodge is J.J. Stecker. He's a senior, 172-pounder. Doesn't throw the football a whole lot, just 40 of 85 on the 97 campaign. And they give it to the tailback. With it is Jaron Franzluber, and he's hit down hard, but he'll pick up 5 yards. A decent-sized gain on the first carry of the ball game. Now Dodge is going without one of their stars, Tyler Paulson. Is not expected to play offensively today. He is their top ground gainer. He had an injury in the semifinal matchup.
Tough to leave a guy like Paulson on the bench, 1,559 yards on the year with 22 touchdowns. And again, a very offensive performer.
Brian Pieper, 60, is the fullback. He gets the carry here, bounces to the outside and picks up big yards, picks up a 1st down as he gets out to the 30-yard line. Good misdirection play by Dodge.
Good misdirection play and very good blocking up front over there. Great pulling guard from the left side over there just came out and leveled the linebacker on the play. Excellent work by that offensive line on the left side. That was number 68. I believe, just cranky.
First down and 10 for the Pirates at their own 30-yard line. They're on the move on the opening drive. They'll sweep it with Franz Luber, but he has nowhere to go. Great play defensively by North Loup-Scotia. Steve Krewald, who did the kicking earlier, plays a mean linebacker position, and he comes up with the tackle.
This is a guy that's used to making tackles, Steve Krewald. He's a 270-pounder. Man, he moves well for 270 pounds, but 117 tackles on the year, and he just picks up another one right there. Excellent quickness, excellent agility, Steve Krewald.
I said linebacker. He plays a mean defensive line position. He plays the whole line. Loss of 1 on the play, second down and 11, a minute and a half gone by. And this is the fullback Pieper, and he is met right at the line of scrimmage. May have bowled ahead for a yard, but it will be third down and long for the Pirates, and Krewald was in there in the mix once again.
And met straight up by Matt Borway, Borway number 43. He stepped in right into the ball carrier, hit him right up under the chin, straightened him up for no gain on the play.
Now keep in mind, this Dodge football team does not put the ball in the air a whole lot, so third down and long is not a situation that they want to be in. But Strecker is going to put the ball in the air if he can. He is under a heavy rush. He gets out of trouble, but will not be able to pick up the first down. He gains about 5 on the play, gets it out to the 35-yard line, but that will force a fourth down situation.
Dustin Rasmussen down there, he was able to force Stecker out of bounds and shorten up the gain. Fourth down now, they'll kick it away. Good coverage in the secondary that time, although Stecker had a receiver open over on the right-hand side, a short out pattern. He had him open for about a 3 or 4 second span and perhaps could have delivered it, but just did not see him.
Brian Pieper will do the punting chores for Dodge, and he's got himself a nice-looking punt. Wells is back there deep for North Loup-Scotia, and he watches it sail into the end zone for the touchback. And the Wildcats will have it first down and 10 on their first try, and the ball will be spotted at the 15-yard line, as it is an 8-man football. The field is 80 yards long. Midfield is the 40, and the field is also 40 yards wide. So things are shortened up a bit here. We got a makeshift field here at Memorial Stadium.
Good thing the good Lord invented tape, Bill, because that's helped a great deal here to make this ball game work tonight. North Loup-Scotia, great defensive work on that first series.
Aaron Wells, the quarterback for North Loup-Scotia, calls his starting count, gives on the first carry of the ball game Jordan Ryshon. And he is hit hard at the line of scrimmage. We talked about this being a defensive battle, and we're seeing some good defense here in the early going.
I think he went right into the arms of Brian Pieper. He was waiting over there with wide open arms from that defensive line spot. 83 tackles on the year for Pieper.
Cries of defense from the Pirate fans. Second down, they give him a yard, 9 yards to go, and on the handoff, nowhere to go. This time with the ball, it's number 30, Casey Hughes, and he's wrapped up. May have gotten back to the line of scrimmage if he didn't lose a yard.
Well, Stecker did a good job on offense to start the series, handling the ball very well, and now he steps up from that safety spot and makes a great hit on the ball carrier, J.J. Stecker. Known more for the offensive ability, but he came right into the hole and boom, hit the ball carrier, no gain.
Third down and 8, they gave him a yard. The ball at the 17-yard line. Hughes is in there along with Ryshon, and Wells wants to throw it. He steps up in the pocket, and he's sacked. Loss of 3 on the play. Brian Pieper, we talked about him at fullback, is in there to make the tackle.
Second big tackle on the series here for Brian Pieper. He made that first play, wide open arm tackle on the running back coming right to his side, and then he skirts to block on the far right side, comes around, and makes the quarterback sack, and then North Loup-Scotia will kick it away. And Bill, our forecast for a defensive battle, at least to the first series here, has come true.
Loss of 3 on the play, fourth down and 11. And Dodge could get good field position out of this, and they're going to get great field position as the punt is shanked out of bounds, and they're going to spot it at the 20-yard line. A 6-yard punt will give Dodge the field position in Wildcat territory, deep in Wildcat territory.
Now the punter, I think that was Sorgenfry, I believe. Was that Sorgenfry? I believe it was. Brandon Sorgenfry. He just lifted his head right up, lost total track of the football, went right off the side of his foot, and the ball goes out right at the 20-yard line. And what a big break for the Dodge Pirates here. Great opportunity for them to take it in.
Well, are the Wildcats up to the challenge defensively once again? Stecker with 2 men in the backfield out of a tight formation, and flags will fly. We've got a penalty. And in all likelihood, we've got a procedure penalty whistled against Dodge, and that'll back him up 5. Still no indication. 8:03 to play in the first quarter. No score in the ball game. Dodge with the first real threat thanks to a 6-yard punt. Procedure is the indication. And that will back the Pirates up 5 yards. First down and 15, but they still have great field position at the Wildcat 25.
This Dodge team has been fairly successful on the ground this year. They rush for 268 yards a game. They pass for 66 yards a game. Total offense of 334 yards for the Dodge Pirates. And again, coming in 12-0. Perfect record on the year.
Both teams with perfect records. Keeper the fullback. And they give it to Jared Franzluber. He bounces to the outside, and he's ridden out of bounds at the 15-yard line. 10-yard pickup for Jared Franzluber, who carried 88 times for 669 yards in 1997.
Little combination with brothers right there. Ryan Franzluber, 51, the guard, pulled from the right spot, led that trap block right up into the hole, and he sprung his brother up to the inside. Good pickup, good yardage, good teamwork, and hey, the brothers go home tonight and slap each other on the back.
And they're both freshmen. Second down and 6. The ball at the 16-yard line. It was a gain of 9 on the previous play. And a give to the utback. And that is Brian Pieper, the fullback, and he'll pick up 3 yards. It'll be third down now for Dodge.
Pieper rushed for 776 yards this year. Also a pretty good receiver. Caught 8 balls for 219 yards and a touchdown. He also scored 18 touchdowns in the rushing category and plays a mean defense as we've already seen. 2 big plays in that first series.
Third down and 3. The ball at the Wildcat 13-yard line. Franzluber's the freshman, will be the tailback. Pieper is the fullback. J.J. Stecker the quarterback. And they turn and give it to Franzluber. He bounces outside. Can't get a block, can't find room, but he spins his way down near first down territory. He needed the 10-yard line, and where they're going to spot it, it looks like he's got it, and he does.
Great second effort that time, and I tell you, Jordan Rushon came up and saved a touchdown. He came up to support from that corner spot, Bill, and without that help, or from the safety spot, I should say, without that help, Dustin Rasmussen also over there to help out, but Rushon was the one who got it done and stopped any further advancement by the ball carrier.
He got the first down by the length of the football, and the drive remains alive. First down and goal, the ball at the Wildcat 9. Time for North Loup-Scotia to get downright defensive here. They'll sweep it to the near side. Here's Franzluber trying to find room. And he swarmed over after about a 3-yard gain. We've got a penalty flag on the play, the second of the drive.
Keith Chase over there, good job defensively. Keith Chase from the defensive end spot. He just kept giving a little bit of ground and then caught up with a ball carrier. We're going to have a hold, it looks like, against Dodge on the play, so the play will go back. But Keith Chase doing a nice job over there as far as tackling the ball carrier. Keith, a senior this year, his final game here, the state championship in D2, 85 tackles on the year. One of the top players with respect to the defense in that category.
Well, they're spotting the hold from the 8-yard line. And that'll back the Pirates up 10 yards. And they'll spot it at the 19-yard line. It'll remain first down for Dodge, with 6:59 remaining in the first quarter. So that'll help the North Loop's cause for the time being. We still haven't seen a pass in this ball game either. First down and goal now from the 19-yard line. Here's Franzluber on the dive, bouncing to the outside, and he has no room to run. He'll pick up about 4 yards as he's run out of bounds at the 15-yard line.
Once again, Dustin Rasmussen and Jordan Rushon over there. Rushon, he's playing safety. Rasmussen's playing the right corner. And they came up and supported on the run. Franzluber had nowhere to go. Good job in support. And again, that North Loup-Scotia defense is stepping up, Bill. Third down, or check it, second down. What do we got here? Second down at about 15.
They got to make the goal line. They got to punch it in here from the 15-yard line. Stecker wants to throw, does this time. Pass is complete. It's caught by the tight end into the end zone. Touchdown! Nick Hunke, the tight end, with his 9th catch of the year and his 4th touchdown, has Dodge on the board first.
He got out there wide open in the flat. Tight end coming off the line of scrimmage. Maybe a mistake in that coverage back there. Again, he was wide open in the flat on the coverage. Aaron Wells tried to catch up to him. That left corner tried to catch up to him, tried to make the hit, but he could not get it done. And Hunky puts it right into the zone, and Dodge jumps out to a 6-point lead here.
And on the conversion attempt, Pieper has nowhere to go, and the Pirates come up short, but they do get on the board first thanks to a terrible North Loup-Scotia punt that gave them great field position. 6:41 to play in the first quarter, and Dodge is on top, 6-0.
There's the Missouri River, Father Flanagan's Boys Town, Omaha, Lincoln. And there's a chance to step back in time and appreciate those that pioneered the way.
Back in Memorial Stadium with my partner Adrian Fiala, I'm Bill Dolman. 6:41 to play in the first quarter, and the Dodge Pirates lead the North Loup-Scotia Wildcats 6-0. A touchdown pass from J.J. Stecker to Nick Hunky has given Dodge the early lead, and on the kickoff it sails through the end zone over the hands of Casey Hughes, and North Loup-Scotia will have it first down and 10 from their own 15-yard line.
Well, North Loup-Scotia will have their opportunity here now. Dodge just scored 6 points. As I mentioned at the top of the show, North Loup-Scotia giving up just 4.5 points per game, 54 points total on the year. 5 shutouts on the year by the Wildcats, and so they just got rid of that stat real quick.
Pitching it to Casey Hughes, trying to find his way through the middle, out across the 20-yard line to the 22-yard line. A gain of 7 on the play, the best of the night so far for the Wildcats.
Bill, up until that carry right there, they were in negative yardage, in a negative yardage position. That should have put them into the positive side. It does. It goes from a -1 to a 6+, whereas Dodge, 56 total yards thus far in the game.
Second down and 3 from the 22-yard line. Hughes, the quick handoff, and he bangs his way out across the 30-yard line after the 33-yard line, and here come the Wildcats.
What a great block down there by Krewald. He's over there on that left side playing that left guard position. He just popped that guy right across from him and put him away. And that let Hughes step it up inside. Casey Hughes, excellent runner, 1,986 yards on the year in the rushing category.
Gerald Snodgrass is in there as a tight end, and Wells wants to throw. Looking downfield, he has time, airs it out, nobody's home, overthrowing everybody. Good coverage on the play by the Pirates. It'll be second down and 10.
It's exactly what he did. Jacob Parr was on the coverage back there, covering number 1 out of the backfield. That's Rashawn. And he was zipping down the field, running kind of a deep crossing pattern. And Jacob Parr there, step for step. And the quarterback just said, hey, Wells said, hey, I'm going to overthrow this thing and make sure nobody gets it. That's what happened on the play. Just threw it away, and that'll bring up second down.
Wildcats break huddle. Aaron Wells, the junior quarterback, over center. Pitching back, Hughes can't handle it. He'll have to make something happen on his own. He's got some room along the near side. Out across midfield, he's run out of bounds at the 35-yard line. So Casey Hughes, who's one of the top prospects in the state of Nebraska, shows why as he improvises on that play.
And indeed, that's what speed can do for you. As Casey Hughes took a clubhouse bounce, put it back into the under the arm, and then just decided, hey, I've got to go to the left side. Everybody went right on the play where the play was designed, but he had no chance to go that way, so he just burned it up, took the speed, put it in the speed category, and gained good yardage over the left side.
First and 10 at the 35. This is Jordan Ryshon taking it around the left side. He's met at the line of scrimmage. He'll pick up 3 yards. Pieper is in there to make the tackle, along with Phil Ruskamp. That'll bring up second down and 7 after a gain of 3. Ryshon and Hughes are the split backs behind Wells, and they give it to Hughes. Big hole up the middle, and he fights his way across the 30-yard line down to the 27-yard line. He'll be shy of the first down by a couple of yards.
Just a big, huge surge over there. Krewald, the offensive guard on the right side that time, he was leading the charge, and it was just a surge block. And boom, they pick up ample yardage. Casey Hughes on the cover, or on the carry.
3rd down and 2 from the 27-yard line of the Pirates, and they sweep it to the far side. This is Ryshawn with it, and he's got the 1st down and a little bit more down to the 21-yard line. Very efficient drive by North Loup-Scotia.
Ryshawn only goes about 145, but he's very quick, very fast, has excellent balance and agility. We saw some real happy feet on that carry right there. Just a quick toss to the outside. And Ryshawn, just a couple tackles. Well, he breaks one tackle. Maybe he gets to the outside and puts it in the zone as North Loup-Scotia's on the move here.
1st and 10 from the 22. Ryshawn sweeping it down to the near side. Has no room to run. Dances around. And he's brought down at the 20-yard line. He may have picked up a yard.
Good job by Jacob Parr again. He came up, kept Ryshawn to the inside, kept him from getting out towards that sideline because he does have great speed, as I just mentioned a moment ago. But Jacob Parr saw to it that he stayed to the inside, kept the tacklers right to the left of him, and boom, Ryshawn goes down.
Gerald Snodgrass is in with the play from head coach Rodney Edson. And they'll work out of the eye. Snodgrass situated on the right side of the line. And they'll keep it on the ground, and Wells tried to hand it off to Casey Hughes. I don't think Hughes thought he was going to give it to him. On the miscommunication, Wells is tackled after about a 2-yard pickup. It'll be 3rd down, and they'll give him a yard. It'll be 3rd down and 7 now from the 19-yard line.
Wells tried to hand it off to him, Bill, but Hughes was through there so quick, and he hit him kind of under the arm and back towards the lower hip. And he alertly hung on to the football. It had fumble written all over it, but Wells hung on to the ball, picked up a little bit of yardage on the play.
And they'll
spread.
Have trips to the right, and now Casey Hughes will go in motion, and they'll work an option. Wells will keep it himself, and he has nowhere to go. Great defense by Dodge. Give a lot of credit to number 25, John Rolfe, who got great penetration and fouled up the whole play.
I'll tell you what Rolfe did, and he fouled up the whole play. He made 2 tackles. He made the initial hit on Wells, the quarterback, on the option play, and then he ripped his shoe off, so he gets 2 tackles on the play, the quarterback and the shoe.
4th down and 7 with 2:44 and counting. And, well, they give him a 2-yard pickup, so it'll be 4th down and 5. And the Wildcats giving no indication that they're going to try a field goal or anything. They're going to go for it on 4th and 5. Well, a big play here, and again, Wells will have 2 receivers to the right side, and Hughes will go out as well. Wells finds Hughes out of the backfield. He can't hold on to the football. He would have had the 1st down, and the Wildcats have to turn it over.
Indeed, he would have had the 1st down. He may have had the touchdown on the play, Bill. John Rolfe was there to make on the coverage, but that didn't make any difference. Hughes was out there. He had the football right in his hands. He was thinking touchdown, just could not hang on, couldn't find the handle on the football. So the ball will go over. But again, a fairly good drive by Scotia on the play. The Wildcats moved it right down the field, and now it'll be up to the Dodge Pirates to see if they can move it out. So far, they've done very well on offense.
Jared Franzlubers and Brian Pieper, the men in the backfield behind J.J. Stecker. And counter handoff. Here's Pieper banging his way out across the 25-yard line. And he's out near the 26, so they'll spot him down at the 25. Good gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down and call it 8. A gain of, or 2nd down and 2, a gain of 8 on the play. Coming up on the 2-minute mark remaining, Dodge leading North Loup-Scotia 6-0. Their conversion attempt failed. And they've got the football once again after stopping North Loup-Scotia on 4th down. Here's Franzlubers bringing it to the near side. He's met hard, but not until after he got the 1st down. Ryshawn in there to make the tackle along with Keith Chase.
Franzlubers showing good agility, good quickness that time. Casey Hughes had a shot at him, but Franzluber's speed able to get right around the corner. And on that last drive by North Loup-Scotia, they started that drive with a -1 total offense yardage. They ended up with 47 on the play, or on the series. So again, it tells you how they stepped up their efforts on offense.
1st and 10 from the 30. Movement along the line. Sweep to the near side. Franzlubers has a couple of blocks, has a hole, and has room to run. And he's finally spun out of bounds near midfield at the 40.
Brian Pieper over there, and also Nick Hunke, 2 blocks far to the outside on that far sideline. They are the two fellas who were able to spring Franzluber on the play. They just pancaked both of the defenders. I didn't get the name or the number of each of the defenders, but man, what blocks. Pieper and 87 Nick Hunke.
8 carries for 37 yards for the freshman Jared Franzlubers. 2nd down and 1. They gave him 9 on the play, and they'll keep it on the ground. Here's Franzlubers sweeping it the other way and fighting for yardage and the first down. Good yardage after contact by the freshman.
Dustin Rasmussen had a shot at him right, about a yard or two short of the first down, but he was able to just make the contact, Bill, as you said, and then spin off and pick up that first down. He picked up about 2 or 3 yards after contact on the play. What a great job by Franzlubers.
He gets the ball across midfield. They'll spot it down at the 36-yard line, where it will be 1st down and 10 for the Pirates of Dodge, who lead at 6-0 and are looking for more. Neither team appears to be too interested in passing the football, although that's how Dodge got on the board. Here's Pieper, the fullback, on the carry. He breaks free. He's to the 20, to the 10, 5, touchdown!
Well done as far as the execution goes on that counter trap, and the block laid up in front by Jess Cranky. He sprung him down on this near sideline, and that was all she wrote. Cranky, an excellent block. Pieper showing some good speed once he got by the line of scrimmage, took that block by Cranky, got to the outside, and then just tight roped it down this near sideline. So Dodge jumps up to a 12-0 lead now, and here comes the extra point.
19th touchdown of the year for Brian Pieper, the senior fullback. Point after try. Franzlubers met at the 1-yard line, hit down hard. Aaron Wells, the quarterback, who's doing some defensive back duty, made the stop just shy of the goal line.
Boy, did he pop him. Franzlubers had a full head of steam coming up into the hole, and Wells was there to hit him head on, and that was it. Good job by Wells.
Now, ordinarily, in an 8-man football game, 12 points is not near enough, but the way these two teams play defense, especially Dodge, they've got the 4 shutouts. They had 4 straight shutouts during the regular season. 12 points could be enough.
It could, Bill. 4 shutouts. They only gave up 6 points in 3 games, and then in one other game, just gave up 8 points in that game. So they have played excellent defense all through the year, and it'll be up to North Loup-Scotia to see what they can do here. So far, the Dodge offense has controlled the line of scrimmage. Their defense has played very well, so Scotia's going to get a chance right here. Wildcats see what they can do with a minute left in the first quarter.
I don't think they're going to shut them out. They're playing a North Loup-Scotia team that moved the ball very well their last drive. They came up short on 4th down, and they're averaging 49 points a game. The kickoff sails into the end zone. It's taken by Jordan Reichon, and they'll whistle the touchback. It'll be 1st down and 10 from the 15-yard line for the Wildcats.
Whenever that ball goes across the plane of the goal line on a kickoff or a punt, it is immediately a dead ball, and that's why it's waved off. You cannot return it out of the end zone. If you catch the ball and the momentum carries you in, you can come back out of there, but it's a dead ball if it goes in or on, it flies in on its own.
1st and 10 from the 15. Hughes is the fullback. He gets the carries out across the 15 to the 17-yard line, and he's swarmed by the Pirates. John Rolfe was there among many to make the tackle.
Also, Clint Eichmeyer was also over there. His brother Corey Eichmeyer, a relation to Corey Eichmeyer, last year played on this ball club, is Nebraska's all-time leading rusher. What do you think, Bill? Brother? Cousin?
Got to be related.
Uncle?
Well, I'd claim him. That's for sure.
Absolutely.
This is Hughes, and again, great pursuit and little blocking for Hughes as he's hit down hard by Brian Pieper.
Pieper is all over the field thus far. He got out over there. Excellent agility, good quickness to get out quickly, and Corral Hughes, and he took him head on. Got a little help from Parr over there also. But Pieper is playing a well of a football game thus far.
And time is going to run out in the first quarter of play before we have another snap from scrimmage. It'll be 3rd down and 5 from the 20-yard line for the North Loup-Scotia Wildcats, who trail it right now after 1 quarter of play in the Class D2 Championship. The Dodge Pirates lead the North Loup-Scotia Wildcats 12-0. Back with more right after this.
Welcome to Memorial Stadium, home of the defending national champion.
Because of its remarkable clarity, Cellular One is Nebraska's #1 cellular service.
After a pickup of 14, that brings a 3rd down and 2 with the ball on the 16-yard line.
Cellular One, clear across Nebraska.
Welcome back to Memorial Stadium with my partner Adrian Fiala. I'm Bill Dolman. Glad to have you with us. After 1 quarter play, it's the Dodge Pirates with a 12-0 lead on North Loup-Scotia. The Wildcats, they'll have the football. Big play here, 3rd down and 5 from their own 20-yard line. They keep it on the ground. Casey Hughes spinning out of 1 tackle, and he's out near the 1st down yardage. He needs the 25, and depending on the spot of the football, he may be short, and he is. It'll be 4th down and less than a yard for the Wildcats now. What do you do, Adrian?
Well, I tell you what, this is a big play right here. We got 11 minutes to go in this half. It looks like they're going to go for it, Bill. I'm not surprised they run them, but now they're going to punt. They're going to punt it. And Phil Rushkamp on that last play, he's the guy who was responsible for stopping the play. Now are we going to have a timeout here?
We do have a timeout called by North Loup-Scotia. I tell you, the last time they punted the football, they got a 6-yard punt. That led to Dodge's first touchdown.
I just can't believe they'd go for it, though, and take the chance, Bill, to give up the ball on the 24-yard line against a Dodge team that's moving it pretty well thus far. 104 yards on the ground.
Well, we've got a timeout on the field, and we will take it with them with 11:32 to play in the first half. Dodge leading North Loup-Scotia 12-0. We'll see what the Wildcats are going to do when we come back. 12-0 our score. The Class D2 state championship game. 4th down and 1. Big play here for the Wildcats. They are going for it after the timeout. Quick handoff to Casey Hughes. He needs to get across the 25, and he does.
And they went right over Steve Krewald on that right side at that right guard position, number 45, the 270-pounder. They put it right over his back, and they pick up the 1st down. And I guess, you got somebody like Krewald blocking up there, somebody like Hughes who runs the ball very, very well, and you should be able to make a yard on the play, but a risky call.
Especially early on in the ball game like that. 1st down and 10 at the 28-yard line. And Hughes gets little yardage on that sweep as he's met at the line of scrimmage. He may have fallen forward for a couple of yards. It'll be 2nd down and 8. One minute gone by in the 2nd quarter. The ball spotted at the 30-yard line. Aaron Wells, 15, is the quarterback. And this is Casey Hughes again off the right side. He's got 1st down yardage, and he's met right at the sticks. But he has enough for the 1st down, and the Wildcats have the ball moving now here early on in quarter number 2. They trail at 12-0.
And once again, Krewald on a kickout block. He pulled around, he stepped around, and made a big, big hit on number 87, Nick Hunke. As you saw it right there on the replay, and just a big block by Krewald again. And Hughes moves up for good yardage, and let's see if he has a 1st down.
No, they're going to measure it. I said he had the 1st down.
Oh, he did.
What do they need to bring those sticks out there for?
This guy's got some eyes next to me, I want to tell you.
Oh,
Bill should be renamed Bushnell for a game or two. Well, North Loup-Scotia had the idea to come out and run right at this Dodge team, and that's what they have done so far, Bill. They have just powered it. They have really run a lot over Krewald's side. Wherever he lines up, number 45, that seems like where they like to go.
The ball at the 37-yard line, nearing midfield.
Just like that.
This is Ryshawn up the middle. And they're picking 3 and 4 yards up at a time. Over the course of a ball game, all that wear and tear on a defensive line could eventually spring a big hole. I think that's what Coach Edson is hoping for.
Trying to do that. You got a guy like Hughes that can really step it out once he gets by that line of scrimmage, and you get the big play.
Well, coming into the ball game, Rodney Edson said one of the keys for our offense is we're going to run right at him, so we have to block Dodge's down linemen. That's the key. Well, they're trying to test their manhood right now. That's exactly what they're going to do, and let's go right at him. 2nd down and 7. We've got a whistle before the snap, and that usually indicates a procedure penalty against the offense.
Very quickly, first quarter stats, total offense by Dodge, 119 yards. 104 of that came on the ground. And for North Loop, just 52 yards in total offense. All of that on the ground. So Dodge really has dominated the stats thus far. Interesting, though, that Dodge has had the ball 4 minutes and 57 seconds, while North Loop has had the ball a little over 7 minutes. But Dodge has really, in that 4 minutes, has really performed well.
Second down and 12 after the penalty. Hughes coming to the near side and gang tackled out at midfield. He may have edged his way into Dodge territory to the 39-yard line. Out there making the tackle, 87, Nick Hunke, who caught the touchdown pass back in the first quarter that got Dodge on the board. He also does double duty as a defensive end.
And Tyler Paulson also out there. He's playing on that left side over there, that left defensive position. As we mentioned at the top of the show, he's one of their best, if they're actually their best running back this year, but because of injury, injury to the hip, he's not able to play offense tonight.
They want him to hit rather than be hit. Third down and 6. Jordan Ryshon stopped after a gain of 1, maybe 2, and not nearly enough for first down yardage. And now Rodney Edson has another decision to make. He went for it on 4th down earlier.
4th and 1. This is going to be what, about 4th and
4, he hopes. And we've got an injured player down there on the field, so that's going to stop the clock for the time being, and that'll give him some time to think about it. 4th down and 4 is the situation with 8 minutes and 45 seconds remaining in the first half. Dodge leads North Loup-Scotia 12-0. We'll have more right after you hear this.
How would you feel if you found out you could have gotten your new car for less? You should know about Anderson Ford. We have the best deals in town. Are you tired of car salespeople following you around? No matter where you go, they're right behind you. Hey, come to Anderson Ford. We do things differently.
The injured player for North Loup-Scotia was Casey Hughes, their top player and best running back. And now on 4th down and 4, that makes the decision a little bit more tricky. Do you go for it on 4th and 4 with the ball at the 37-yard line, or do you punt it away and pin the Pirates back? And North Loup-Scotia, without Hughes in there, is going to punt it away. Brandon Sorgenfry is in there to kick it. The last time he did so, it was a 6-yard punt. Good snap, good kick this time, high in the air. And it'll bounce down at the 10-yard line, and that's where Gerald Snodgrass will down it. So a much better kick this time around for North Loup-Scotia, and the Pirates will start first down and 10 at their own 10-yard line, leading it 12-0 with 8:19 to play in the first half.
And the kick turned out much better this time because Sorgenfry kept his bean right down on the football. He looked right at the football. Last time he just jerked his head right up, trying to just kick the daylights out of it. This time he kept the beak on the ball, as we say, and he got off a good kick, nice high kick, and put it down right at the 10-yard line. Good coverage on the kick also by North Loop.
Pieper is the fullback. Jared Franzlubers is the tailback. J.J. Stecker the quarterback. We'll try and set the offensive line for you here in a moment. And they give us to the second man through, or the up back, I guess that was. That was Franzlubers who takes the handoff. Pieper just kind of stayed back and watched the whole thing unfold.
What a great job of Phil that time. It looked like Chase over there. I believe it was. We'll have to try to get that number again. I could not pick up the number quickly enough on the tackle, but.
And they'll work out of the tight formation again. Second down and 9 after a gain of 1. Here's Franzlubers going to the outside. Out to the 15-yard line, a gain of 5, and penalty flags come in late. And holding is the indication against Dodge. It's a second holding penalty whistled against the Pirates tonight. And that'll make it second down and a bundle. And not only that, but that'll pin him back closer to the goal line. Looking around at this makeshift football field here at Memorial Stadium, it reminds me of that old Super Toe game that we had when we were kids. And you'd take that tape out, you measure it down, and you smack the kicker on the head. And
some of the punt, pass, kick competition and all that sort of thing.
Second down and long. It'll be second down and 14. The ball is just inside the 6-yard line. And again, they work out of a tight set. Dodge does not throw the ball a whole lot. They're going to try it here, throwing out of the end zone, too tall for Brian Pieper. The rush was coming from Aaron Wells, one quarterback to another, and that rushed the throw from J.J. Stecker.
Right in his face, and again, that accounts for the overthrow. Wells just on the blitz coming in, and no chance at all to make the play. There's too much pressure by Wells on the play. So the down goes to 3, and Dodge is still pinned back deep in their own territory here.
7:28 to play in the half. Dodge leading at 12-0 on the ground. Pieper with the carry on the dive, and he got back maybe to the original line of scrimmage, which was the 10-yard line. And a gain of 4 will be 4th down and 10 for the Pirates. No, they don't give him the 10-yard line. They make it well, they do call it the 10. So it'll be 4th down and 10 for Dodge. And that will force a Pirate punt.
Some tough yards up inside there on that counter trap by Pieper. He picked up 770-some yards for his team this year. Here comes the punt.
Pieper boots it away. Ryshawn giving chase. Fields it at midfield. Tries to elude one tackler, and he won't get the job done. Great punt coverage that time by J.J. Stecker, number 12, the quarterback.
Well, we saw a great performance this afternoon. Nate Whitgren for his ball club for Benedict, and now we see Wells doing the same thing here for his bunch, or Stecker, I beg your pardon, down under that coverage. He's played a great game at quarterback, great game on defense, and now he covers that kick very, very well. Just about twists Rashad's foot off on the play, but hey, it's a fair game, it's a fair play. Good job by Stecker on that play.
6:44 to play in the first half. Dodge leading North Loup-Scotia. We had a penalty flag on the play on the far side of the field from us. And it's against Dodge, and I believe North Loup-Scotia is going to force the Pirates to kick the football away again.
Indeed they will.
Not a bad idea. The ball was at midfield. They had good field position, but why not?
Ball's going to be, well, you're absolutely right, Bill. You take the chance. You got to have a good snap on the play. The kicker's in the end zone. If it happens to be a bad snap, or he happens to miss the ball, or just have a bad kick, a lot of things can happen here. So let's see what happens here on the re-kick.
And you've got a player as talented as Ryshawn who can make a lot of things happen. And another penalty flag comes in. And Ryshawn is a dangerous, dangerous football player. He gets his hands on the football, and he can make things happen. And in fact, he's one of the guys that Gordon Pillmore was worried about. He said, we can't be so worried about Casey Hughes that we forget about a guy like Jordan Ryshawn, who's a 145-pound senior.
Penalty goes against Dodge once again, so they're moving backwards. They're getting very close to that goal line now, as their punter now will step back even further.
And now a good snap becomes essential, as Pieper is back there near the end line, and he gets the kick away, nearly blocked. Good punt, though, by Pieper. And it's Wells who will take it. Give it to Ryshawn. And Ryshawn has room along the near sideline. He is going to go all the way. Touchdown!
Well, the choice to re-kick really worked out very, very well in this set of circumstances. 2 penalties. Pieper had to step back close to the end line, and then he got a fairly good kickoff, but then some razzle-dazzle on the return. And Ryshawn ends up with the ball on the reverse and then just sneaks it down the far sideline for a touchdown. The speedy Ryshawn, he was not to be denied. A good wall setup over there. No doubt, once he got by the first 2 tacklers, no doubt that he was going to take it in for a touchdown.
So North Loup-Scotia is on the board, and now their point after try. That has electrified the Wildcat fans. Wells looking in the end zone, forces one in there, tried to get Gerald Snodgrass and was unable to do so. And so the score will remain 12-6. 6:28 to play in the first half, and we've got a whole lot of football left to be played in a different ball game right now as the Wildcats seize the momentum. We're going to take a break and come back with more right after this. Welcome back to Memorial Stadium with Adrian Fiala. I'm Bill Dolman. Dodge still leading North Loup-Scotia 12-6, but it's the Wildcats who have the momentum after that electrifying punt return for a touchdown by Jordan Ryshawn. Fielded by Wells, handed off to this dangerous and speedy Reichon, and he took it the rest of the way for the touchdown. Now the line drive kickoff is taken by Jared Franzenlubers, and he's got a wall, he's got room to run, and he's got the football out near midfield at the 34-yard line.
Lots of sparks flying on the field right now. We saw what happened as far as North Loup-Scotia goes on that punt return. They put it in, and now we're going to see if the defense can hold up here on this play. North Loup-Scotia again giving some good yardage on that kickoff. Dodge again coming to the right side with Franzlubers. So here we go. 12-6 is our score.
1st and 10 from the 34. They sweep it to the near side. This is Brian Pieper. He's out across the 35-yard line out to the 37. Tackle made by 33 Brandon Sorgenfry, and Casey Hughes was also there. Gain of 3. It'll be 2nd down and 7 as we reach the 6-minute mark of the 2nd quarter.
Matt Borway also up there made the initial contact, not able to make the tackle, but slowed the ball carrier down as the Dodge team sets up on offense here.
Stecker giving to Franzenlubers. And he bounces off one would-be tackler. That was Jared Hansen, but he didn't get by the second as Reichon makes the stop. Gain of 2 more yards. It'll be 3rd down, and gain of 3, they say. Gain of 3, it'll be 3rd down and 4 from midfield at the 40.
Dodge working over that left side, the short side of the field right now, towards that far sideline.
3rd down and 3 now as they inch him ahead. 5 minutes and 13 seconds. Stecker looking for someone, unloads downfield, pass is caught by 25 Rolf, and he's going into the end zone, uncontested, touchdown.
Jordan Reichon was there on the coverage, but he just couldn't get up high enough to knock the football down. He had visions of a pass interception. That did not materialize as Stecker, sprinting to the right side, puts it right over his head. And Rolf takes it in for the touchdown.
That's a backbreaker for North Loup-Scotia.
His 7th touchdown on the year, I might add.
3rd down play. They gave up the touchdown, but they also give back the momentum they got after Reichon returned the punt for the TD. 5:03 remaining in the half. And Stecker will keep it himself, dances way into the end zone for the extra point. And so Dodge inches even further ahead on the 2-point conversion. That makes the score 20-6 with 5:03 left to play in the first half. 5:03 to play in quarter number 2, and Dodge has regained the momentum and extended their lead after the big play to Rolf. 20-6 is our score. Back with more in just a moment. And they kick the football away, and it's fielded by Reichon at the goal line, and that is a touchback.
Reichon trying to keep the ball in the playing field. He was right tight roping that goal line, jumped up and caught the football, but again the football had broken the plane of the goal line, and so that's a touchback, and it will come out to the 15-yard line, and that's where North Loup-Scotia will start. Reichon really wanted to run that one back, Bill. Wants to get going. He can make things happen. He's a very, very quick, very fast young man.
1st down and 10 for Aaron Wells and company. This is Reichon with the football. Out ahead, he gets to the 20-yard line. And that's where he is stopped. In there to make the tackle, number 20, Jacob Parr. And he also had some company. Gain of 6 on the play.
Reichon, a senior, 145 pounds. He picked up 1,180 yards this year, 18 touchdowns. For just being a kind of a small guy out there, very durable. Hits up inside very well. Really don't get a really good shot at the scat back.
The fullback is now 48, Tony DeLong. And this is Casey Hughes, who's back in there. He was injured earlier. He has a big hole off the right side out across the 30-yard line to the 33, and that's enough for a North Loup-Scotia 1st down.
Once again going right over the side where Steve Krewald is. Big 270-pounder, just clear people away. He clears people away, and Hughes takes it up inside. Keeps those knees up high, those legs turning. Tough guy to bring down.
1st and 10 from the 33. Hughes again, muscling his way out to midfield, and he's brought down at the 40-yard line. Double teamed on the tackle. Leading the way, Jared Franzluber, the other tailback we talked so much about today. He's pulling double duty. Gain of 7, 2nd down and 3. Now those dive plays are gaining bigger and bigger chunks against that Dodge defensive line. Here's Casey Hughes. This time he's hitting the backfield and dropped.
Trying to go towards Krewald again. He was pulling from the right side on a trap block, but the play went to the outside. The running back Hughes could not cut it to the inside. He went to the far outside, not where his pals were, where Krewald had cleared a hole, and Dodge over there to make the tackle. Two defenders over there to make the tackle.
No gain on the play, 3rd down and 3. Quick hit up the middle, Jared Ryshawn, and he is stopped right at the sticks. And this may bring him out. It'll be 4th down if he doesn't make the 1st down here. And they will stop the clock and bring him out to measure. 2 minutes and 58 seconds to play in the 1st half. Dodge leading North Loup-Scotia 20-6 in the Class D2 state championship game here at Memorial Stadium.
One of the things Rodney Edson, the coach for North Loup-Scotia, had talked about was, as we see the 1st down effort just about a half a yard short, but he said his team adjusts well during games, and that's what they've needed to do here, although they haven't made enough of an adjustment yet to get on the positive side in terms of the score. They're down 20-6. Trying to up it right here on this offensive series, and they need about a half a yard for a 1st down.
Clock is moving, 4th down and less than 1. Wells will keep it himself, sneak it, spin around, and that should be just enough for the 1st down, but he didn't get a whole lot on the effort.
He tried to get some more yardage on that 2nd effort on the spin. And if he got it, well, they did. They just signaled it right there. He did, in fact, pick up the 1st down, but for the moment there, Bill, it looked like he might be a little bit short on the effort.
1st and 10 from the Dodge 36-yard line. And they give us to the handoff. The first man through, Casey Hughes. And he has no room to run.
No room to run, right into the arms of Nick Hunke over there on the left side. Number 87 for Dodge. He was there waiting. And he just put his hat right on the letters and then just drove the ball carrier back. Hughes, well, they didn't give him a whole lot in the way of lost yardage, but Hunke is... he's a hunk on the play. He put him down.
Second down and 10 coming up in the 2-minute mark. Here's Hughes, and we've got whistles and flags, and that will stop play. And I'm sure we'll do this 2nd down try again. And the whistle before the ball was snapped, and that's usually a procedure penalty against the offense. Unless, of course, there was contact by the defense, but that's not the case. It is procedure against North Loup-Scotia, and the Wildcats will move back 5 yards. That's the 2nd penalty of the night called against the Wildcats.
Tried to put that play over there on the right side. Adam Patrick, that other offensive lineman over there, he's 215 pounds. He lines up right next to Krewald.
Inside 2 minutes, Wells dropping back, rolling out now, wants to hit his crossing man, and it's in and out of the hands of Jacob Parr, who had dropped back in coverage. The crossing receiver was Jared Sorgenfry, and he was well covered on the play, and Wells forced it a bit.
Watch what Krewald does to Pieper on this play, though. Right there, boom, knocks him just right to the ground. Pieper 198 pounds and Krewald 270. And Pieper got the bad end of that one and put him right to the turf.
Wildcat fans are excited, but no doubt a little bit anxious right now. Inside 2 minutes to play in the half, and they'd like to put some points on the board and have something to feel good about as they go to the locker room. Hughes has a hard time getting the handle on the handoff, and it's picked up by Dodge. And it's Hunke, who scored on a touchdown pass earlier, who takes it all the way down to the 5-yard line.
Don't know that Hughes ever had the handle on the football. He was kind of bobbling the football as he moved towards the line of scrimmage, and then there was a big hit at the line of scrimmage, and Hunky comes up with the football. There goes Hunky off to the races. And he's going to be run out over there. Fortunately, Aaron Wells able to catch up to him, but boy, that just... North Loup-Scotia had a grand opportunity to perhaps take it in here right before the half ends, and now they give it up, and Dodge is right down knocking on the door.
1:37 to play in the first half. It's first and goal from the 5. Stecker, the quarterback. And they give it to Pieper. And he may have even lost a yard. That play went nowhere.
Hughes is in there. Borway is in there. Used to be one of those counter traps again. Didn't work this time. Primarily because Hughes was there real quick, and also I believe Krewall got in very quickly also.
Second down and 6. He did lose a yard. Stecker gives to Franzluber as he works his way through traffic, crossing the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown.
Counter trap that time, coming back to the right side. Franzluber, no doubt about it. He met, I believe he met Aaron Wells, number 15. It was either Wells or Rasmussen, 14, right at the goal line, hit him head on, and then spun it right into the end zone. Good job by Franzluber on the play. It was indeed Aaron Wells who tried to take him on right at the goal line with little success, as Franzluber just had too much steam coming over that right side on the counter. He put it in the end zone.
2-point try. Stecker keeps it himself on the second ever, spins into the end zone for the 2-pointer.
Wow, what great strength that play showed by Stecker. I tell you, 82. Keith Chase came in. He had a shot to stop the option play. You'll see it right there. Right there, he had a chance right there to knock him down. Did not happen, and Stecker stuck it in.
So with 1 minute and 3 seconds remaining in the first half, Dodge takes advantage of the Casey Hughes fumble, or the fumble on the handoff. Lunky picked it up, put Dodge in great field position at the 5, and 2 plays later, Jared Franzluber scores on a 6-yard run. Stecker takes it over for the 2-point conversion. And now Dodge is up 28-6 in this Class D2 state championship game, 63 seconds away from halftime. I mentioned North Loup-Scotia wanted to have something good happen before halftime. Instead, disaster struck, and they've got a big mountain to climb. They'll have a chance to return it here. This is Casey Hughes. They love to have the football in his hands, and he's out across the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now under a minute remaining in the second quarter.
I'd say once Casey Hughes gets rolling, he really can pick him up and lay him down. Great speed on the kickoff here. You'll see him catch the football. See that seam. Now watch here. He's going to accelerate right there. He steps it up and he gets going. He's 210 pounds and he can fly.
First and 10 from the 26. This is not an offense that relies on the pass, so playing catch-up will be tough. And Hughes works his way along the right side of the line and picks up 5 yards. They'll call it 4 yards after the 30-yard line. It'll be second down and 6 with 41 seconds remaining, and North Loup-Scotia will use one of its 2 remaining timeouts.
And once again, Nick Hunky gets over there on defense to make the tackle. He had 91 tackles on the year for Dodge. And he's over there to wrap up Hughes after about a 5 or 6 yard gain. 41 seconds left here as North Loup-Scotia is trying to get themselves back on the scoreboard here. They scored just 6 points in this half. And that last turn of events, Bill, as you talked about the disaster in the series, a 14-point swing, you know, a negative 7 for Scotia. Dodge got on, so man, what a turn of events. If Scotia could have taken the football in, put it in the end zone, that tightens up the score a great deal, and Dodge probably doesn't get the score. You never know what happens on the kickoff and what can happen after that. But again, the events would say, hey, Scotia is in striking distance, and now, instead of being just 1 touchdown away, they're 22 points away.
And they are 50 yards away from reaching the end zone with 41 seconds left to go. Second down and 6. And they'll sweep it to the far side. Here's Casey Hughes. He outruns one tackler, and he's tripped up but not until after he picks up a good-sized gain. That's Stecker, who was out there to trip up Casey Hughes, but he does get the first down yardage and does edge the football into Dodge territory.
And Tyler Paulson came over just to make sure that Hughes didn't go any further. See number 32 just coming into the picture right there. Tyler Paulson, again, that injured running back playing defense tonight.
The ball at the 38-yard line of Dodge. Now working out of the shotgun. Wells puts it in the air. It's batted down. Wells caught it, wants to throw again, and he'll duck upfield, and he gets back to the original line of scrimmage. Oh, my. 14 seconds remaining in the half, and North Loup-Scotia will use its final timeout.
Looked like Nick Hunke got his hands on the football. He's the one that batted it up on the play.
14 seconds to go. We've got a timeout on the field, and we're going to take a break. We'll be back with more right after this. (28-6) is our score. The final moments of the second quarter. Dodge has really bounced back after giving up that punt return for a touchdown. They have scored 16 unanswered points to lead at 28-6. 14 ticks remaining in the first half of play. North Loup-Scotia with the football. Second down and 9. The ball at the Pirate 37-yard line. Ryshawn, the man in motion, and we've got a procedure penalty against the Wildcats.
Had a couple of players moving that time. Ryshawn coming in motion right to left, and then Hughes over here down below us. Casey Hughes, he just moved ever so slightly. And that accounts for the procedure penalty, and that'll move it back 5 yards for North Loup-Scotia. Just very quickly here, Casey Hughes, North Loup-Scotia, 19 carries in the first half for 95 yards. Ryshawn 8 carries, 24 yards.
Second down, 14. Now the ball back into Wildcat territory. Ryshawn again the man in motion. Wells again wants to throw. Airs it out. Hughes is his man, and it's intercepted. Intercepted by Dodge, and he did not step out of bounds. I thought for a moment as though the young man who picked it off, and we're trying to get a number on that. Number 19,
I think Eichmeyer, Clint Eichmeyer. I thought he was just very, very close, Bill, on the out of bounds. He came from deep center field, deep throw to a deep out pattern, and Eichmeyer caught the overthrown football and almost tight roped it down this near sideline, and that'll put the ball back in the hands of Dodge. Just what North Loup-Scotia did not want to do with 4 seconds left. I'm interested to see what they're going to do here. Just take a knee maybe, or drop her down, or are they going to try to sneak one in somehow?
Well, out of this tight formation, they've done just about everything.
There it is.
And Stecker wants to air it out. Why not? Puts it into the air, running downfield, and overthrown. He had a man out there, and that was the fullback, Brian Pieper. Well, despite that incompletion on the last play of the half, it was a terrific 24 minutes of football for the Dodge Pirates, Adrian.
Indeed it was. We saw some excellent defense played by Dodge, and Scotia had some opportunities, not able to capitalize, made some errors. They had a bad punt in that first half. That gave Dodge their first opportunity, Bill. They put it in the end zone on that. Then the fumble. Scotia was moving on that particular series. Casey Hughes had a fumble going into the pile, and Dodge took that back and put it in the zone. So it's been the miscues, the mistakes that have caused problems for North Loup-Scotia here in this first half. And so Dodge has jumped up to a 28-6 lead, and well, we got another half of football to go. So let's see what happens as these two teams take a breather and come back for more play here in the second half.
We've got a battle of unbeatens, and right now it's the Dodge Pirates who have things going their way at halftime, leading North Loup-Scotia 28-6.
The Nebraska Orthopedic and Sports Medicine physicians are committed to giving patients the finest in orthopedic care. Athletes at the University of Nebraska have been under their care for over 24 years. The staff of 8 physicians have years of surgical experience to get you back on the field of competition or merely back to enjoying your evening walks. Nebraska Orthopedic and Sports Medicine, proud to be your Husker team physicians.
Welcome to Memorial Stadium, home of the defending national champion.
Because of its remarkable clarity, Cellular One is Nebraska's #1 cellular service.
After a pickup of 14, that brings a 3rd down and 2 with the ball on the 16-yard line.
Cellular One, clear across Nebraska.
Welcome back to Memorial Stadium in Lincoln, Nebraska, the 1997 Nebraska State High School Football Championships. And we are in the D2 classification with the Dodge Pirates, 12-0 on the year, ranked number 1 in the state, according to the Omaha World Herald, number 3 in the Lincoln Journal-Star. Taking on the North Loup-Scotia Wildcats, also 12-0 on the year, ranked number 4 by the Omaha World Herald. And right now, it is all Dodge as we look to the second half of play. The Pirates leading the Wildcats 28-6. And North Loup-Scotia has a whole lot of work to do if they're going to get back into this ball game. We're moments away from the kickoff of the second half, but we're going to take a break. We'll come back with the third quarter action right after this. And we are set to go now with the third quarter of play with Adrian Fiala. I'm Bill Dolman. Dodge leading North Loup-Scotia 28-6. Dodge got out to a 12-0 lead in the first quarter, then outscored Dodge North Loup-Scotia 16-6 in the second frame, and that's where we stand. And Dodge really seized the momentum in that second quarter, Adrian, after the punt return for touchdown.
And some of the numbers would indicate that, Bill, as far as rushing goes in that first half. Dodge 120 yards rushing, although North Loup right in that category, 122, 176 total offense, and there's a kickoff going deep in the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
You know, I don't like that rule. Kid feels that if he wants to bring it out, take your chances. Bring it out, let's see what can happen.
I'd just like to see some standard rules across the board. I mean, there are different rules in pro ball, different rules in high school ball, college ball, and I think that eliminates part of the excitement of the game when you get a guy that maybe takes it 2 or 3 yards deep in the end zone, and hey, if he's got the talent and the speed and the ability to get it out there and get going, let him do it.
As it is, it's 1st down and 10 from the 15-yard line for North Loup-Scotia. Penalty flags fly, and on the opening carry, the ball is given to Casey Hughes, and Casey bangs his way out to the 18-yard line. This has just been smash-mouth football the whole way. Both these offensive and defensive lines have been challenging one another throughout the ball game, and we've got a motion penalty whistled against the Wildcats. That'll set them back 5. And we've got an injured player on the field, just a few ticks into the third quarter of play. So we'll take a break here and come back in a moment and set the scene right after this. Well, welcome back to Memorial Stadium. And the penalty has been sorted out, a motion flag against North Loup-Scotia. An injured player on the field was number 82, Keith Chase. They've taken him off. Did not appear to be serious. So here we go. 1st down and 15. The ball now spotted at the 10-yard line for the Wildcats. And a bobbled snap, and the ball is given to 35, Jared Sorgenfry, and he has nowhere to go, and he'll backtrack and lose yards.
Looked like a busted play. Sorgenfry trying to go to the left side, no room over there. That was shut off. Well, maybe not a busted play. That looked pretty well developed in most terms, but it gave the appearance of a busted play. But Sorgenfry not able to find any room to the left side, tried to come back right side, and Dodge had none of that, put him down right there, loss in the play.
Well, it didn't help that they bobbled the snap. 2nd down and 17 from the 8. Here's Casey Hughes bouncing to the outside and forced out of bounds at the 12-yard line.
Nick Hunke over there, 87. He's been a big factor defensively tonight for Dodge. He and Casey Hughes have butted heads a number of times. Watch at the end of this play here. Hughes trying to get to the outside, turn the corner, and there's Hunke right there. Boom. Hey, Case, I got you again, man.
32, Tyler Paulson was also there defensively. And it's too bad we're not getting a chance to see Tyler Paulson carry the football. He led this Dodge team with 22 touchdowns, rushed 200 times for nearly 1,600 yards, but he injured a hip in the semifinal win over Butte, so he's relegated to only defensive duty tonight. He is a good tailback. 3rd down and 13. On the reverse, here's Ryshon. He's got room to run. Out to the 20, to the 25, and he's got the 1st down.
Great speed to the outside. Jordan Ryshon, dive play to Tony DeLong. That was a fake, and Ryshon coming back the other way on the reverse action, and the ball was simply pitched up. He snatched it out of the air and took it over the left side. Well done as far as the execution goes, and Ryshon just Well, about a step or two away, shoe top tackle brought him down. John Rolfe there getting ready to make the hit.
3rd down and 13, and they pick up the first down. Now the second man through is Casey Hughes on the first down carry. He picks up 4 out to the 30-yard line. So the North Loup-Scotia Wildcats get out of a bit of a hole. They get some breathing room, and they're on the move here on the opening drive of the second half.
Hughes just taking some tough yardage up to the inside. Got hit by 2 or 3 white shirts on the play. Picks up about 3 yards, maybe 4.
2nd down and 6. And Hughes again, second man through. And he's out near the 35-yard line. They need the 36 for the first down, so it'll be 3rd down and short. I like this Casey Hughes, 189 carries on the year, and he's well over 2,000 with his performance today.
And today he's 21 carries, 102 yards, just went over the 100 mark on that last carry. But he and Ryshawn give them a very balanced, a very potent offensive running game.
And Hughes has it. Good leg drive, gets him out across the 35 to the 37-yard line, and that's enough for the first down for the Wildcats. There was 3rd down and 1, big play. They went to their money man, and he paid off.
Once again, going over Krewald on that offensive line, and Adam Patrick, number 72. Every time that number comes up, Casey Hughes' number comes up, he goes over 45 Krewald when he crashes the line, as he did on that play.
1st down and 10 from the Wildcat 37-yard line. They're reaching midfield. And now Wells wants to throw. He's got a man streaking downfield. That's 35. Sorgenfrei, he's got it caught from behind. But a big, big play for the Wildcats as they go to the air. Brandon Sorgenfrei all the way down to the 3-yard line.
Great play action on the play, and that's why the play worked as well as it did. They faked the dive up to the inside. You'll see it here again. Watch this fake. Great fake right there. And then Wells just takes a 3-step drop. Boom. And pops it to Sorgenfrei. He's going down the field just straight away. Fly pattern up the middle of the field. Nice grab. He catches it on stride. And unfortunately could not get it in the end zone. But Scotia on the move here.
Casey Hughes bouncing to the outside in a foot race for the end zone. Touchdown Wildcats.
As I said earlier before, once he gets ahead of steam, look out, Tyler Paulson over there trying to catch up to him, but all he saw was dust in the wake of Casey Hughes, and he put it in the end zone. Watch this here. There comes Paulson, 32, trying to make the grab. No way. And Hughes sticks it in.
And now the 2-point try. This is Ryshawn. He's got a block, and he's stopped just short. Good job by Hunky, number 87, to come over and seal things off. Paulson was also out there. And also give credit to 19, Clint Eichmeyer. So they turn away the Wildcats on the 2-point try, but North Loup-Scotia is able to get back on the board with a very impressive drive to begin the second half of play.
Ryshawn had a little bit of a sliver. He thought he could sneak through on the play, but that closed down very quickly. Hunky was the one who closed it down, and as Bill said, Paulson over there also. So again, Scotia, well, they put some points up on the lights. They light up the board, I should say. 28-12's our score. And Bill, they're coming back. They're working. They're moving at it.
And this is a football team in North Loup-Scotia, as we talked about before, averaging 49 points a game. So they can put the points on the board. The thing that's been surprising is the fact that they've given up so many points, 28 points in the first half to Dodge. North Loup-Scotia on the season was giving up an average of just 4 points a contest. Dodge, on the other hand, very good scoring team as well, 42, giving up 11. Again, the road to the final for North Loup-Scotia. They beat 6th-ranked Shickley 52-12, then beat Hayes Center, the 7th-ranked team in the state, 46-14. Rodney Edson said they were close ball games. That helped them prepare for this one. But they have not met a team as good as Dodge by far. The kickoff is bobbled and picked up. Handled by Franzluber, and now he's got some room to run along the near side, and he's got it out to the 25-yard line. That went from near disaster to a big play for Jared Franzluber, and good field position now to start this opening second half drive for the Pirates.
Tackle made by 35, Jared Sorgenfrei, sophomore. As you see Franzluber coming around here, and I watch 35, boom, right there. Well, almost. Good tackle, good open field tackle.
Jared Franzluber, they sweep it to him, and a good tackle that time by Jordan Reishaw, number 1. But Franzluber will pick up 5 on the play. It'll be second down.
Great help on the outside by Reishaw on from the free safety spot. Watch this, bing. Franzluber goes right down as Reishaw, just a kind of a block tackle, knocked his pins right out from under him.
Now, the last time North Loup-Scotia scored, Dodge came right back and stole the momentum away. There's that counter trap to the fullback, Pieper, and he's out to the 35-yard line. He'll be about a half yard shy of the first down.
Franzluber goes in motion back to the right side, and Stecker takes a snap, fakes that pitch to the backside, and then just spins all the way around and gives it off to Pieper, who's running that counter trap to the inside. But again, North Loup-Scotia had that one pretty well diagnosed, although it's going to be third down and less than a yard for the first down.
8 minutes and counting. 4 minutes in to the third quarter of play. Third down and less than a yard. Hit in the backfield. Franzluber spins out of one tackle and is able to lunge forward and get the first down as he reaches the 35, 37-yard line.
Krewald had him, Bill, but not able to bring him down. Had he been able to make the tackle, bring him down, bring Franzluber down, he would have been short, and it would have been fourth down. But Franzluber, man, good strength, good balance. He picks up the first down.
Franzluber is just a freshman. And boy, that would have been a big play for the North Loup-Scotia defense. If they could have held him on third down and gotten the football back and kept that offensive flow going. But as it is, Dodge has the football and has the first down at the 38. Here's Franzluber breaking tackles once again. He's into Wildcat territory to the 38-yard line. That's a gain of 4. It'll be second down and 6.
Matt Borway had a shot at Franzluber on that first initial hit. Not able to wrap him up, and he also avoided another tackle after that contact and made again about another yard after that hit. So again, Franzluber just continues to run with a vengeance out here today. He's got 16 carries for 64 yards. It seems like he has a lot more than that on the evening.
Make it a gain of 3, second down and 7 from the 39. J.J. Stecker is the quarterback. He wants to throw. He's got pressure from behind, and he's going to be brought down by Aaron Wells. And Stecker will be sacked. He fails to get back to the line of scrimmage. They mark it down at midfield at the 40-yard line. It's a loss of 1.
Underneath all of that also is who else? Steve Krewald. He's been a factor on offense, a factor on defense, as Wells runs him back into Krewald, and they both collaborate on the hit. Good defensive teamwork.
All right, big play now for the Wildcat D once again. Third down and 6 from the 40. Franzluber, he's wrapped up. He gets back to the line of scrimmage and gets no more. It'll be fourth down and long, and the Dodge Pirates will have to punt the football away. That's the defensive stand the Wildcats needed.
Jared Hansen and Brandon Sorgenfry on the play. You'll see it on the other side here, 33 and 15, or 51 that is. And they stack it up and they make the hit. And that'll lead to a Dodge punt. Good work by that North Loup-Scotia Wildcat defense.
Pieper with the punt, and it sails out of bounds, and not a good effort. And they will mark it down at the 22-yard line.
Pieper trying to pooch one down the left side here, but again, just a little bit too much oomph on the ball. And it goes out just, well, what'd you call it, Bill? 22, 21, 22-yard line.
An 18-yard punt by Brian Pieper. First down and 10 for North Loup-Scotia at the 22-yard line. A battle of unbeatens. Dodge 12-0, North Loup-Scotia 12-0. The Wildcats have won 51 of their last 56 ball games. Casey Hughes on the first down try. Off the right guard out to the 35, or rather the 25-yard line. And they'll spot it down at the 26. So a gain of 4, second down and 6.
Nick Hunke just closed it down. There you see number 87. He was the big factor on the defense. Just closed down from that end spot and made the hit.
Hughes is the fullback. He's done the majority of the work tonight. This time it'll be Jordan Reishaw coming to the near side. Great play by Brian Pieper. He brings him down. It'll be a loss on the play. No, he did get back to the line of scrimmage, but a tremendous play defensively.
It was. Pieper matching step for step with Reishaw on the play here. Here it is again. Now watch Pieper just come out, and boom, there he is. A great open field tackle on Reishaw. just ran him down from the back end, pulled him down, grabbed a hold of the pads, grabbed a hold of the belt, and yanked him right down. Nice work by Brian Pieper. 198-pounder, he's a senior.
Tony DeLong in there at fullback now. Here's Casey Hughes as they take it straight up the gut. Hughes needs the 33-yard line for the first down. They may have gotten there and then been turned away.
They spot his forward progress, Bill. It appears that his forward progress has been spotted by the referees such that it will give them a first down. Yes, indeed, there is the signal from the referee. And the sticks will now move.
So the Wildcats have the football on the move. 4.5 minutes remaining in the third quarter of play. The Dodge Pirates holding on to a 28-12 lead. DeLong and Hughes. Hughes with the pitch, dribbles it, picks it back up. He'll reverse his field, come to the near side, try to find some running room along the sidelines into Dodge territory, and he's forced out of bounds at the 30. Oh, I love this Casey Hughes. He's always making something happen.
He just takes a play that's destined for nothing and turns it into a big gainer. He did it again right there. He got a good backside block. I believe it was Sorgenfrey that was waiting over there, and he put a good block on. Let's see if we can pick it up here on the replay. Well, it's going to be out of camera on that, but I think it was Pieper who was in pursuit, and Sorgenfrey just knocked him off base, and Hughes able to keep going to the far sideline.
And Hughes gets the carry again. Up the middle, nowhere to go. And he's finally wrestled down to the turf after a short gain.
Casey Hughes on the evening, 28 carries. With that gain there, about call it 3, maybe 4 yards. Let's call it 3 yards. That'll put him up to 144 yards on the evening as far as the rushing category goes. And he has been a workhorse for this ball club tonight.
Well, he's a Division I prospect. Among the schools looking at Casey Hughes, number 30 for North Loup-Scotia, is New Mexico State, coached by former Nebraska assistant coach Tony Samuel. And you had a feeling when he took that job, he was going to come in here and try and raid some of the top talent in Nebraska. Hughes gets the carry again, this time off the left side, going straight ahead at that Pirate defense. He'll be shy of the first down by a couple of yards. Third down coming up.
Krewald, a good block here, number 45, steps around from that right guard position. Boom. Takes the end out of the play. Hughes comes to the inside. We've seen that play a lot here tonight. Great offensive teamwork by the Scotia Wildcats.
Gain of 4, third down and 2. And this time it's Reichong. He tries the right side. The Wildcats need the 20-yard line to pick up the first down.
This is a position that North Loup-Scotia has not been in very often here of late. Of their last 56 games, they've won 51 of those. And so they're trying to get back into contention here. A touchdown here, well, with 2:40 left in the third quarter, a touchdown here would put them right up to that 19 mark, a touchdown, an extra point, 19 mark. And so they'd be within striking distance as far as that 28 number on Dodge. So they can just go ahead and keep themselves in the ball game here, Bill. They still have a shot to close it up in the fourth quarter. Been a good ball game thus far.
Reichong was just shy of the first down yardage. It'll be fourth down, and they say fourth down and 1, and that means fourth down and 1 inch in this situation. The Wildcats really need to pick up a first down here. That would really be dispiriting for this squad if they don't come away with it. And it's Wells keeping it himself. He had the first down, and then he got bounced back and is able to lunge forward, and he got plenty of yardage on the play.
I was afraid for a moment there. You know, he had the first down. He hit up inside there, bounced back, and again, that's a forward progress judgment spot by the referee, but he bounced in, came back out. Thought maybe he might have lost it there for a second, but he got upfield one more time and picked up that first down.
Gain of 2, now first and 10 at the Pirate 18-yard line. The Wildcats with their best drive of the night. Hughes with the sweep, coming near side, breaks one tackle, and he's down inside the 10-yard line, down to the 6-yard line. This drive has been all Casey Hughes for North Loup-Scotia.
It was a great block by Sorgenfrey out there on the left flank, and then Jacob Parr is the guy that had a shot at him, number 20 for the Dodge team, but he just couldn't come up with a tackle, and Hughes streaks it downfield, gets it up inside, or just gets it close to the 5-yard line. So Jacob Parr, and I'm not surprised because that guy is just very, very difficult to bring down. 161 yards on the night thus far.
Coming up at the 2-minute mark, first down and goal from the 5. Hughes going to the far side this time, taking it to the right side, and they get down to the 3-yard line. North Loup-Scotia has controlled the football the majority of this period as we head into the final 2 minutes.
Clint Eichmeyer on the tackle here as Hughes tries just to put the head down, barrel on in. But Eichmeyer was there to make the tackle along with a host of other white shirts on the play. Play just came in. Tony DeLong, 48, just brought the play in. Let's see what happens here.
Second and goal from the 3. Hughes right up the middle into the end zone. Touchdown.
Well, all night they've been going over the right side or wherever Freewall was located. This time they crossed up the Dodge defense, went to the weak side or short side of the formation, and Hughes just steps over and goes in for the touchdown. Again, I believe it was number 33 over there, Sorgenfrey, making a block, but Hughes basically on his own picks up the touchdown.
Going for 2 again, and again they go straight up the middle. Again, it's Hughes, he's in there.
Wow.
And we've got a one-possession football game, a tremendous second-half effort by the Wildcats of North Loup-Scotia.
Head coach Rodney Edson had some good words, it appears at least, for his North Loup-Scotia team, because the Wildcats have come out. They're not purring anymore. They're scratching and clawing right now, and they're putting it in. We got ourselves a ball game, 28-20. Dodge leads it, 1:23 left here in the third quarter.
Oh, this is exciting. State High School Class D2 state championship. The Dodge Pirates holding on now. Their lead has been cut into substantially here in the second half. 28-20 is our score. We're getting the attendance figures here. 2,377, not 28,000.
Pretty close, Bill.
I'll tell you what, we've got a pretty good crowd on hand tonight. Last year when they played these games at Memorial Stadium, the wind chill and the temperatures were bitterly, bitterly cold. No doubt that held the attendance down. Good spirits tonight, a lot of folks here, and it's great to see. This is a lot of fun.
You bet. Making ice cubes last year. Tonight they're enjoying this weather. It's fairly brisk out here, but a nice night to play football. And again, a good crowd on hand, making a lot of noise here right below us. The Dodge crowd exhorting their team to get with it now as North Loup-Scotia has come back into this football game.
It's been a tale of 2 games, really. This is almost like the second half of a doubleheader. Snodgrass kicks it away, and the football coming down to Franz Lubers. He should be well rested. Dodge has not had the football too much, and a penalty flag comes in late as Franz Lubers gets the ball out to the 25-yard line. Now we'll see what the penalty is.
Interesting return that time. Franz Lubers, we'll see it here again. Now watch him catch the ball and then sneak up behind the wedge and then just kind of try to figure out where everything seems. Stop there. Now let's go this way. Let's go to the right. Got to figure out where the hole might be or where a little daylight might be as the referees now below us are marking off what appears to be a major infraction against the Dodge team.
Dodge is going the wrong way.
It's a clipping call.
And that sets the football up, first down and 10 at the 10-yard line. 1 minute, 16 seconds remaining in the third quarter, and Dodge is now holding on to what is a very precarious 28-20 lead. Franz Lubers coming to the near side, forced out of bounds at the 27-yard line. Check that, the 17-yard line.
Good job by Aaron Wells that time. He came up from the corner over there, took on the blocker with that inside shoulder, then worked his way to the outside to pick up the ball carrier with the tackle. Watch this here. Watch number 15. There it is right there, and he just ever so slightly nudges him out of bounds with that outside arm. Good job by Wells.
Gain of 7 for the freshman Franz Lubers. 1 minute, 11 seconds remaining in quarter number 3. J.J. Stecker, the quarterback. Tight set, sweep it. This is Pieper, the fullback. He's got some room to run, and he bowls his way out to the 29-yard line. More than enough for a first down, but a penalty flag has been thrown in the Dodge backfield, and this one might be coming back.
Another clipping call on the Dodge team, as you saw the referee there. We'll see it here. Pieper cutting it up to the inside, making that first down, but it's all going to come back as Dodge will be penalized again for a clipping call.
And now the penalty yards are beginning to mount up against Dodge. That's the second flag against the seventh flag rather against the Pirates in the ball game, and the second on this possession. And again, they continue to move backwards. So Pieper's run is nullified.
7 flags tonight, 45 yards and penalties for Dodge as they back it up close to their end zone, or back to their goal line now.
It'll be 2nd down and a bundle. 2nd down and 12 from the 8-yard line. Dodge has not gone to the air, just 2 of 4 on the night. And they keep it on the ground. Franzluber's lost the handle, picks it up in the end zone, and he's going to have to fight just to get out of there and avoid the safety, and he does.
Reichong's over there. Number 82 for Scotia's over there. That's Keith Chase. They were giving chase to Franzluber's as he just could not handle the pitch. The ball went across that yellow line. That is the goal line. And he was lucky to get it out of there. He was looking at a safety perhaps, and then losing possession of the football on the ensuing kick. And here we go. It's 3rd down now at about 18, 17. Let's go to 17.
And the ball is at the 3-yard line with time running out in quarter 3. Franzluber's up the middle, just trying to get some breathing room on 3rd down and a bundle. And the Wildcat defense is willing to give up a couple of yards. It'll be 4th down as time runs out in quarter number 3. So we've played 3 quarters in the Class D2 state championship game with our score. Dodge leading North Loup-Scotia 28-20. Back with more right after this.
The Nebraska Orthopedic and Sports Medicine physicians are committed to giving patients the finest in orthopedic care. Athletes at the University of Nebraska have been under their care for over 24 years. The staff of 8 physicians have years of surgical experience to get you back on the field of competition or merely back to enjoying your evening walks. Nebraska Orthopedic and Sports Medicine, proud to be your Husker team physicians.
Bill Dolman and Adrian Fiala back at Memorial Stadium in Lincoln. The Dodge Pirates with a 28-20 lead over the North Loup-Scotia Wildcats as we move to the 4th quarter of play in the Class D2 state championship. But Adrian, right now, this game seems to be in the hands or the paws of the Wildcats.
You betcha, Bill. Just buckle up the strap tight and let's get ready to go to quarter number 4. Dodge had a lead at halftime, 28-6, and Scotia has stifled their offense. It's now 28-20, and here comes the punt from Dodge. Good punt. Excellent punt.
Pieper puts a big boot into it. It's handled by Reichong. He'll keep it this time. He scored on a punt return earlier in the game, and he dances out of bounds at the 38-yard line, getting the football into Pirate territory.
Lots of enthusiasm on that bench over there for North Loup-Scotia. Reichong running that punt back on that fake reverse. I believe it was Rasmussen that he faked it to. Here we'll see it again. He'll handle the football. Check that. That was Aaron Wells, I believe, 15, not Rasmussen, 14. And North Loup-Scotia now, 11:49 and counting in this ball game, trying to mount another offensive series.
Reichong and Hughes split behind Wells. This is Hughes, his 33rd carry of the night. Gains him 4 yards up the middle.
And his 170th yard on the pickup. He's had a couple of touchdowns here tonight. He made a big play on that last offensive play by Dodge. He was out from his from that linebacker spot, and he stopped the ball carrier dead in his tracks, and that accounted for the 4th down and the kick by Dodge. So Hughes, a huge defensive play for his ball club, for the Wildcat team.
2nd down and 6 from the 33-yard line. This is Hughes again, getting out to the 27-yard line, the 26-yard line. That'll be plenty for a 1st down before he's driven back. Tyler Paulson in there to make the tackle along with J.J. Stecker.
And Casey Hughes comes up limping on the play. Let's hope that he's okay. Trying to fight for that yardage. He may have strained something in that leg, but he came up limping on the play. It looks like he's okay, though. Ready to roll.
1st and 10 from the 26. And Hughes takes the pitch. Hit down hard at the line of scrimmage and then falls forward for another 3 or 4 yards. This guy is some kind of workhorse. 35 carries in the game.
Just really durable. Again, 35 carries. That yardage there probably put him up to close to 180, call it 177 yards on the evening, and he got a good block again over there. Number 33, Brandon Sorgenfrey, shutting off one defender, and Hughes took on the other and picked up a couple of yards.
2nd down and 6. From the 22. This is Reichon. Bouncing to the near side, and he has no help out there. And he's swarmed by the Pirates. Lost yardage on the play.
Tried to run that counter dive over there, and that was Hunky over there making the play along with J.J. Stecker. They had the play diagnosed. It was a counter dive. Dive it to one side, come back with a counter to Reichon, and he's trying to make yardage to the right side. That did not work. Hunky came up, but Hunky also came up limping on the play. See if he's all right.
3rd down and long. 3rd down and 8. Loss of 2 on the previous play. Casey Hughes, quick up the middle. Inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Another big decision now for Rodney Edson and company. It'll be 4th down and a long 2 for the North Loup-Scotia Wildcats.
Clint Eichmeyer sitting in there at the linebacker spot right in the middle, and he met Hughes head on. Hughes picked up about a yard or 2 after contact, but good tackle by Eichmeyer. Kept him from going right up the middle for a touchdown.
It may not be a difficult decision. It might be just get the ball to Casey Hughes and have him pick up the yards for us. Here we go, 4th down and 3. It's Hughes. He's close. He needs the 16-yard line, and I don't think he got it.
No, he did not, Bill. At least from my vantage point, he did not get it at all. The ball should go over. Let's see who's underneath all of that. That's Eichmeyer again. He is at the bottom of the pile. Clint Eichmeyer, huge play. The sophomore, 137 tackles on the game, but none bigger than that play right there, because he stopped Casey Hughes for, well, about a 2-yard gain. He needed about 3 yards, maybe 3.5 yards on the play. And that ball comes up short, and the ball goes over to Dodge.
The Pirates have not done much in this second half. They haven't had the football, and they've seen the Wildcats push them around defensively, but they do come up with a big stop where they needed it. 9:07 to play in the D2 state championship, and the Pirates leading it 28-0, and Pieper takes the handoff on that counter trap. We've seen that time and time again, and he picks up good yards out to the 22-yard line.
Pieper rushed for 776 yards on the season. He has been a factor tonight in terms of his rushing. He just picked up, well, that was his 10th carry, 71 yards on the evening, and they like to run that counter play to Pieper, as Bill called it.
Gain of 5, 2nd and 5 from the 22 of Dodge. This is Franz Luber out to the 25-yard line. That'll bring up 3rd down. And you see him going into the line with both arms wrapped around the football. The Pirates do not want to turn the football over down this deep in their own territory. 3rd down and 2. Here's a big play now for the North Loup-Scotia defense. Pieper on the sweep. They had a chance to stop him, and they don't. And Pieper picks up the 1st down and much, much more out to the 35-yard line.
I believe it was number 82 for North Loup-Scotia coming in, Keith Chase, and he had a chance just to maybe make a backside tackle. Let's watch it here. Right there, not a chance. He was blocked. There was a blocker in the way. If he'd have made that tackle, he'd been an All-American on the play. So they pick up a huge 1st down, and now they're just trying to time manage right here. Burn time, run time off the clock.
Franz Luber. He's hit hard as soon as he got the football. Steve Krewall. You like that kid, don't you?
Oh, I love that kind of stuff. Krewall has been a factor all day offensively, defensively, but watch this one here. As he's going to put Franz Luber right into the nickel chairs, as we say. Boom. His hat went flying right to the creek.
Krewall benches 330 pounds and squats 700 plus. Guy's an animal. Loss of 1, 2nd down and 11. Franz Luber coming to the near side on the sweep. Great pursuit and penetration by the Scotia defense. Jordan Reichon, number 1, was there among many.
Keith Chase giving chase on the play, number 82. He was the first one to make contact. He slowed him down, and then Reichon came up. Watch this here. Good pursuit by the Scotia team, and then Reichon finishes him off with the tackle, but they were able to string the play out and hold it to no gain.
3rd down, 11. Second 3rd down situation on this drive. The ball is at the 33-yard line of Dodge. Stecker wants to throw. He does. Pieper has it. And he's going to be stopped shy of the first down, about 4 yards shy. Keith Chase, 82, was there to make the final hit.
Matt Borway also there to slow him down a little bit. Well done play, well executed play to the flat, but Borway there to start the contact, and then Chase to finish it up. There's Borway, 43, and then Keith Chase, 82, to finish it up, and that will mean a punt by the Dodge Pirates, and the North Loup-Scotia Wildcats are going to get this ball with about 5 minutes and change.
Whoa!
Oh, almost a bad snap and a bad kick. It ended up pretty good, though.
They punted away from Ryshon, and the ball trickles out of bounds inside the 10. They will mark it at the 8-yard line. So Pieper did as good a job as you can possibly do in terms of holding on to the football after the high snap. A bad-looking kick. You got the forward roll, and they will mark it down at the 8, and he kicked it away from Ryshon.
There you see the third quarter numbers, and you see what North Loup-Scotia has done. 210 yards on the ground. Just 41 passing, and they really got themselves right back into the football game.
1st and 10 from the 8-yard line. And Casey Hughes pushes his way into the heart of that Dodge defensive line and picks up 3 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 7. Well, they'll call it 4, 2nd down and 6. 5.5 minutes remaining in the D2 state championship. Dodge with 28 points in the first half. So far, that's held up, but the momentum in the second half has belonged to the Wildcats. They need a touchdown and the 2-point conversion. Here's Hughes on the sweep. Good penetration defensively by the Pirates.
There were 2 people over there. One was Hunky, and I believe the other Jacob Parr. They were waiting for Hughes. They had that play diagnosed. Nobody blocked them, or if they did, they were able to shed those blocks. Watch the bottom of your screen here. They're waiting right there. Well, there was an attempted block on Hunky there. That was Ryshon trying to knock him loose, but did not work. Great pursuit, great defense, huge play by the Dodge team.
3rd down and 6. A big play here for the Wildcats. Wells keeps it himself after faking the handoff, and he stretches out across the 20-yard line, and he picks up the necessary yardage for the 1st down, a gain of 8. We haven't seen Wells carry the ball a whole lot, but boy, that was a big play.
That was a big play. That was set up on an earlier series. The play went to the inside, and nobody covered the quarterback or the pitchman on the play for the Dodge team. They picked that up upstairs and then faked that dive and then took it out to the outside. Huge play, 1st down.
Inside 4.5 to play. Wells wants to throw now, and it's overthrown to Sorgenfrey. He had a step on J.J. Stecker and Tyler Paulson, but Wells and Sorgenfrey failed to connect.
Jared Sorgenfrey just blowing through the middle, hitting on a post pattern, and unfortunately Wells just overthrows him by about a half a step, maybe a step. He was open there immediately, and then they closed down on the play, but again, he still remained open, and the ball just a little bit overthrown.
I like the call, though. Soften up that defense a little bit, regardless if it was not complete. Now maybe you can go back to Hughes, but now Dodge has to be thinking pass somewhat on defense. 2nd down and 10 from the 21-yard line. Here's Hughes right up the middle, fighting for yardage, and pulled down after a gain of 4. He's out to the 26-yard line.
And now we come down to the play of the ball game, Bill. 4:11 and counting. It'll be 3rd down, and call it about 5, maybe 6 yards. And this may be the play of the ball game right here.
3rd down and a long 5 as we move inside. 4 minutes remaining in the D2 state championship. North Loup-Scotia with the football, trailing it by 8. Both teams have their full allotments of timeouts. Casey Hughes off the right side, picking his way through traffic through the hole, and it looks like he's got the 1st down. They needed the 31-yard line, and he's got it by a yard.
Wow. Huge play right there.
41st carry of the night for Casey Hughes.
He'll go over 200 yards. He's up to 203 yards. Huge play for North Loup-Scotia. And here we go, 3:34 and counting in the ball game.
1st down and 10 from the 33. And a halfback pass. Ryshon, he's got pressure. He's also got blockers. Ryshon to midfield. Out across the 40 to the 39. A gain of 8 for Jordan Reichong.
That play designed to have Reichong throw the ball to number 5, Gerald Snodgrass, who was going down the far side, except he was triple covered on the play. So the Dodge team fully expecting that play. What they didn't expect was Reichong to tuck it under and then take off and go back the other way and pick up good yardage. Second down now and about 2.
Gain of 8. The ball in Pirate territory. And this is Casey Hughes. Wrestled to the ground at the 35-yard line. And that'll be enough for another Wildcat first down.
Timeout call to move the sticks. As soon as those are in place, the referee will start the clock. There it is in 2:48, 47, 46, 45, and counting as Scotia in the huddle, calling the play, getting ready to go here.
First and 10 from the Pirate 35-yard line. They need a touchdown and the 2-point conversion. Wells will keep it. Now on the option. Here's Reichong. Spins into Strecker, and Strecker with a great open field tackle.
And I will tell you what, Bill, that's very important for 2 reasons. First of all, he stopped the forward progress, and secondly, he kept him in bounds. He was not able, Reichong not able to get out of bounds and stop the clock, but J.J. Stecker has played a marvelous quarterback here tonight for Dodge, and now he comes up and makes a huge defensive play. There he is, number 12.
Gain of 1, coming up on the 2-minute mark. Again, the Wildcats have all 3 timeouts remaining. Second down and 9. Casey Hughes straight up the middle. He's got a first down and more. Down to the 23-yard line. That'll stop the clock to move the chains.
And a blast block up front by who else? Trewald, Steve Trewald again, springing Hughes to the inside, and there it is again. He takes it on his own as Stecker tries to make the tackle, cannot do that. He picks up the first down. The clock starts now, and we're wrapping down to some nail biting right now.
First and 10. The ball at the 23. Hughes again. Short yardage up the middle as he stretches the ball to the 20-yard line. A gain of 3 on the play. It'll be second down and 7. I tell you what, you can play any level of football, NFL, college, high school, 8-man, 6-man. When it comes down to the final moments, it really doesn't matter what level you're playing at. The competition is still there.
You bet. It's just as exciting when you got 6, 8, or 11 out there. And I guess we're about ready for a break here, so we'll go to that.
1:33 to play. The Pirates lead it by 8. We'll be back with more right after this.
How would you feel if you found out you could have gotten your new car for less? You should know about Anderson Ford. We have the best deals in town. Are you tired of car salespeople following you around? No matter where you go, they're right behind you. Hey, come to Anderson Ford. We do things differently.
Welcome back to Memorial Stadium. High drama in the D2 State Championship game with Adrian Fiala. I'm Bill Dolman. 1:33 to play. Second down and 7. And Hughes drops the pitch, and he'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Oh, my. That was almost disastrous as the state championship almost slipped out of the grasp. The chance of the state championship almost slipped out of North Scotia's grasp.
You bet. Hughes doing a good job just to get control of the ball. It was a little bit short on the toss from the quarterback, Aaron Wells, but Hughes, a big sigh of relief coming from the crowd across the way as he is able to find the handle and then get out of bounds, Bill, to stop the clock. 1:27 left in the game. Dodge an 8-point lead.
Third down and 6. Hughes again, straight up the middle. Bowling his way, breaking tackles to the 5, to the 3. Touchdown! Oh, baby, what a run by Casey Hughes.
He just bowled people out of the way, coming like a bull out of chute number 1, and my word, he put it in the end zone. He ran over 3 players. One of those, I believe, was number 12, J.J. Stecker. We'll watch it here again. Stecker right there had a shot at him. He couldn't bring him down. And then it looked like number 32 over there. That's Tyler Paulson. He could not bring him down. And Hughes rips it into the end zone. And now it boils down to this. A 2-point conversion. Can they do it?
1 minute and 20 seconds remaining in the game. Dodge now with a 28-26 lead on North Loup-Scotia. And the Wildcats have used one of their 2 remaining timeouts. Very important here. They need to punch the ball into the end zone to tie it up on the 2-point conversion. Otherwise, Dodge is very, very close to winning its 4th straight state championship. These 2 teams have been in state championships before. Dodge 3 times, North Loup-Scotia once. They've never lost a state final, either one of these teams. Both teams come into play tonight unbeaten at 12-0. And what a dandy we have seen here in the second half. The first half belonged to Dodge. The second half, the Wildcats have clawed their way back and are within 2 points of tying the Pirates.
Dodge a 28-6 lead at halftime, and they have not scored a point here in the second half. It's been all North Loup-Scotia, and they have come back to score 20 points on that tough Dodge defense. And Casey Hughes, 46 carries on the evening, 241 yards and 3 touchdowns, and a huge touchdown to put his team just 2 points away. Hold on to your hat, guys. Here we go.
There you go. 2-point try to tie. Hughes up the middle, and he will be stopped short.
Clint Eichmeyer right in his face. He hit him up high, and I think it was number 56, I believe, Phil Ruskamp, a name we haven't mentioned too much here tonight, who may have been underneath all of that. And Dodge answers the bell when they need to. They stopped the 2-point try, and our score is 28-26. Dodge leads it with a minute 20 left. Wow, what a defensive play.
Well, now, if you're North Loup-Scotia, you've got really one last chance. You've got the onside kick because you only have 1 timeout left, and you really have no chance to stop the clock should Dodge recover the onside kick.
And boy, did we see an onside kick executed earlier on today in the D3 ball game. Alba executing that kick to perfection. And they actually recovered the football also on the play. So you hear below us, go Big Blue, go Big Blue. All the fans that have turned out.
The other problem that North Loup-Scotia has, though, should they recover it, we've not seen them open up their offense too much tonight. They've been a 4, 5, 6-yard type team with hoping Casey Hughes can break one. He had a big run to get that touchdown there, but
Bill, they passed the ball 7 times tonight, completed 2 and had 1 interception, just 41 yards. So everything has been on the ground, 302 yards on the ground rushing for North Loup. Compare that with Dodge, just 159 on the ground, and in the passing category, just 61. But the all-important 2-point score. Here we go.
Snodgrass will kick it. And he kicked it out of bounds, but we've got penalty flags flying.
I think we got an offsides over there. Offsides on the kickoff. At least it appeared to me it would be offsides. We'll see in a moment here.
Well, you hope you'll get a chance to kick it again because that sure was ugly. Oh, what a dandy we've had in Class D2. The Dodge Pirates, 3-time state champions in Class D1. These 2 teams met back in the 1994 playoffs, and Dodge beat North Loup-Scotia in the first round and then went on to win their first state championship. In that ball game, Dodge went into the game and completely changed his defense and caught North Loup-Scotia by surprise. And Rodney Edson said his club has been waiting since that day to play this Dodge team again in the state playoffs. Well, they got their chance, but they may have given themselves too big of a hill to climb in that first half. They have fought back valiantly here in the second half, however. And now we've got another kicker. This will be Krewald. He'll give an attempt here at the onside kick. He got the bounce. The ball kicks around. It's loose. And the Pirates are able to fall on it. Oh, that was close.
Too close for comfort as that ball went skittering around. It looked like number 25 for Dodge. He was there to make the play, John Rolfe. And he just cradled the football away. Watch it right here. Ball kicked a little bit too deep. But Rolfe very alertly goes down on the football, cradles his body around it, protects it. He's not going to give it up.
A minute, 18 seconds. First down and 10 at the 32-yard line. 1 timeout remaining for North Loup-Scotia. And Dodge is a minute 18 away from state title number 4. Pieper on the counter trap. Dives ahead for 5, maybe 6 yards. Wildcats will not use that timeout. The clock now reaches the 1 minute mark. 28, 26, and now North Loup-Scotia will use that timeout. They wasted about 5 seconds. We're going to take a break with them. We'll come back and bring you the finish of the Class D2 State Championship right after this.
There's the Missouri River, Father Flanagan's Boys Town, Omaha, Lincoln. And there's a chance to step back in time and appreciate those that pioneered the way.
With Adrian Fiala, I'm Bill Dolman. 1 minute remaining in the Class D2 State Championship game at Memorial Stadium. North Loup-Scotia has put on a furious second half rally, but they are now out of timeouts and nearly out of time. As Franzluber lunges ahead for the first half. Check it, that's Tyler Paulson who has come in to get his only carry of the ball game, and it's a big one. And for all intents and purposes, that will wrap up the 1997 state championship for the Pirates of Dodge.
That's all they were, was one first down away from a state championship. They just got it with Paulson. 55 seconds left on the clock, and Dodge now can simply just run it out. North Loup-Scotia cannot stop the clock. They're out of timeouts.
Great to see Gordon Pillmore get Tyler Paulson in there. His leading ground gainer rushed for 1,500, nearly 1,600 yards in 1997. He's a sophomore. He'll be back. But he did not get a chance to play in the state championship game offensively, where he has shined so much in 97. He played defensively and played well.
He did.
But to get that carry, that's a nice moment for him. They down the ball there. And the clock is inside 20 seconds now, and Dodge, an incredible run in the mid-1990s, as time ticks down, will win its 4th state championship in a row.
Dodge able to hold its breath for about 24 minutes here in the second half. That's a long time to hold your breath, but they did. And they are going to be the champions in Class D2, and there's the buzzer.
Dodge dodged the second half bullet as North Loup-Scotia battled furiously and came to within a 2-point conversion of tying the game up. But the Pirates hold on. They get a great stand on that 2-point try, and they win the ball game 28-26. They are state champions in 1997 in Nebraska's Class D2. So congratulations to the Dodge Pirates, and boy, congratulations too to North Loup-Scotia. What a tremendous performance they put on in that second half. And hey, Casey Hughes, that guy is the real deal. I don't care what class this kid's playing in.
Casey Hughes, 46 carries, 241 yards, 3 touchdowns, and a lot of big plays on defense also tonight by that young man. A lot of great individual effort on the field tonight. And whatever head coach Rodney Edson said to his North Loup-Scotia players at halftime, I'm sure he wants to bottle that and make sure he's able to use it in the years to come, because they really came back, and from a 28-6 deficit, they came back in the second half, scored 20 points, and they just lose it out by 2 points here today. But what a great effort by both teams here on the evening, and both teams to be commended. Great years for each of these ball clubs, Bill, and good luck to them in the future.
No doubt about it. 28-26 is our score. The Dodge Pirates win the D2 state championships. A championship. Adrian and I will come back in a moment with some final thoughts right after this. Welcome back once again to Memorial Stadium in Lincoln, Nebraska. The Class D2 state championship has come to an exciting end as Dodge outlasts North Loup-Scotia 28-26 in the closest D2 championship in the 19-year history of the classification in Nebraska. A 2-point margin of victory for the Dodge Pirates. A tremendous first half performance, and they really survived in the second half. They didn't have the football a whole lot that second half. North Loup-Scotia controlled the football. They gave the ball into the hands of Casey Hughes. He responded. It just came up 2 yards short of tying the game at the end.
2 yards short, Bill, and that'll put you in second place, unfortunately, here. But again, both teams winners on the year, and you have to look at it that way. I hope both of them do. I know there's a lot of sadness on behalf of North Loup-Scotia right now, but they played well. They came back very tough in the second half, put it all together. Their defense on the year, they had been giving up just 4.5 points a game. They gave up 28 tonight. They gave up just 54 points all year, and they gave up 28 to Dodge tonight, which is a little more than half of those 54. So that was a tough situation for them to face. They had never been they hadn't been used to giving up that kind of yardage and points to another team. So they were able to buckle down in the second half and stem it up, shut them out in the second half, and do a great job. But Dodge, what you can say about them, they just, as I said before we broke, Bill, they just held their breath for about 24 minutes and were able to get that medal around their neck and win that championship. And you have to commend their team and their coach, Gordon Pillmore, for what they have accomplished here tonight. And again, as you pointed out, just a superb touch of class when he was able to put Tyler Paulson in right at the end. He was their leading ball carrier coming into this ball game. He has been injured for a couple of ball games, and he put him in right at the very end and gave him a shot, gave him a chance to run the football in the championship game. And those are the kind of things I really love to see. Those are the sort of classy moments in sport that I love to see. And Coach Pillmore and his assistants are to be commended for that. So what an evening. What a great evening. Let's hope the rest of the ball games can be just the same.
Yeah, we talked a lot about Casey Hughes, but I'll tell you what, Jared Franzluber for Dodge really deserves to be commended. Here's a freshman who moved into the starting role with Paulson hurt, 22 carries, 74 yards. His numbers pale somewhat in comparison to Casey Hughes, but he did the job that Dodge needed to have done for their team to win a state championship. He did a nice job. Dodge has won 3 state championships prior to this with Corey Eichmeyer, the all-time leading scorer and rusher in Nebraska history. They come back this year, they go unbeaten, and they win their 13th game of the year tonight. Behind Franzluber, behind J.J. Stecker, you've also got Brian Pieper and some great defensive performances as well tonight. You said it, they held on, and they held on when they needed to. And the final score in Class D2, the Dodge Pirates are champions of the Nebraska High School Classification D2 with a 28-26 win over the North Loup-Scotia Wildcats. So congratulations to both teams, but congratulations to Dodge for winning number 4 in a row. For my partner Adrian Fiala and the crew, thanks for watching, everyone. It was a great one in D2 tonight.